friends. I'm gonna be talking about the overhead storage mods like this. I have talked about the table, the main dining table, on previous videos if you want to check those out. And then I've talked about the side table here, the kitchen side table in previous videos, so make sure to check those out if you're interested in knowing more about them. And I'm gonna start talking about the storage mods, and then I will go into details on how I build them if anyone is interested in doing them. But this one is amazing. It's an amazing amount of space, very simple mod, and I'll talk about it later on how I built it. And we use this for like random things like that we don't know where to put. There's a lot of space back here. We've got like canisters for my soda stream, nets, just a ton of stuff. Then we added these nets. I also have a separate video on how I use nets, because I have nets everywhere in the camper. So this one is a great mod. Like I said, I will talk about how I built it in the next clip, and then I'm gonna go to this other mod here, and it's this space here on the side of the cabinet that it's really not usable. And so again, I wanted to create something very simple and light. So this is also very simple on how it was built, and I will also talk about that in the construction. And then while we're here, we're gonna talk about the no-name deer. We wanted to have something kind of fun here, and I put this deer head here that we can use. We use it for hanging things. We like using our Lucy light a lot because it makes really nice lighting. So anyways, it hangs here. Hair ties, phone charging, necklaces. I put all my hats here, but it's really nice to have just kind of like these horns where you can be creative with it and use it however you want for hanging stuff when you're camp. So that's no-name deer. And then if we go up this way, Susie, I'm going to show another thing that I really like for overhead storage. Is this little thing that I found in I think it was Lowe's, and I will try to find links for these things and put it in the description. I'm not sure I'll find the link for this, but I will look for it. I really like, this is all my screwdriver. I've got a cutter in here, pens, tape measure. I'm always measuring, I'm always building things, I'm always modifying things. So my powerful headlamp, my big scissors. And what I like about this, I probably will never use it, but you can remove it and you can take it whatever you want. I like the idea. I'm not sure I will ever use it that way, but I thought it was cool. And then it clips in there. Another overhead mod that we made that has been really great is this hanging space. This is also unusable space, and I actually reutilized the bar that comes in that bedroom cabinet, because I have also modified that, and I will show that in a future video. But I like having a hook here, and then the bar there. And so on the hook, this is my my wetsuit changing robe that is kind of long, so I can hang stuff like that there. And then back here I have a little hook, and so that when I drive, I put this bungee cord goes around, and then these kind of stay back, they don't swing. And also I'm able to see through that window, because I realize that you kind of have to see through that window sometimes when you make turns. And I think that's it for yeah, I think that's it. And so if you're interested in how I built them, I will give a little description on how it was done, so stay tuned. Here I am back with the construction of this overhead storage. Again, super simple. Like I mentioned for the previous mods that I did, I used plywood, Baltic birch, 1/2 inch. I rounded the edges with a router, and it is basically just two pieces of plywood at a 90-degree angle. There's no sides. Everything is held together using pocket holes, 2 pocket holes, one here, and tie-bond glue to hold this at a 90-degree angle. This rubber that you see here is edging, and I did that so that you have to kind of notch the back there so that it fits back there. That's, you know, the only maybe tricky thing, because you got to get the size right. And the reason why I put this rubber edging, you can see kind of like how it wraps around on both sides, is for vibration, so that it doesn't rattle around. And then everything is held by 4 brackets. 1 bracket on the other side of this, another bracket back here, and then 1 bracket here, and then 1 bracket there. There we go. 1 bracket there. Super simple. And then I added the separation net from Obi. I will include the link on the description, and I also talked about it into this other video that I talk about how I use nets. So that is the construction of that, and now I'm going to try to get in the back of this so I can show you the pocket hole. I've done everything with pocket holes and tie-bond to glue on the seams. So we'll get in the back and I'll show you guys how that one is done. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to get back behind this this shelf to kind of see how this was done. I wish I would have done it before installing it. It would have been way easier than this. Sorry if I'm shaking. I'm just like holding it using the rubber band to brace myself. But you can see there's a bracket, and then there is a pocket hole, and I bought a pocket hole jig, and I will put a link on the description. But I've used that pocket hole for everything, including some shelves that I built next to the sink that I will show in a future video. All right, now let's go to this other storage, how should I call this, maybe shelf. I want to show the angle here because this is really important. I got this angle because of my height, so I basically walked the stairs to see where my head would go so that I don't have to duck down when I'm walking outside. So this angle is very important because you're gonna have to basically custom make it to what your height is. You know, if you're taller, it's gonna have a steeper angle. If you're shorter, you know, you can be a little bit lower. So keep that into consideration when you build it. The only thing that was tricky for me, because I'm not a woodworker, it was figuring out the angle for this lip. This lip here is not a 90-degree angle, obviously, and I want it to be parallel to the front, to, I guess, to this here, so that it didn't look funky. And for someone who's not a woodworker, that was a little bit, I had to do a few tries with my table saw to get it right, but it came out perfect. I did the same construction as the other one with the pocket holes. On this one, I have 3 pocket holes. I have one here, and then I have one here, and then I have one here, and then tie bond. Again, same thing, rounded edges with a router. Also the same anti-vibration edging that I'm gonna put in the link so that you guys see what edging is. It's kind of like a rubberized edging that works really, really well. What's very cool about this is that it's only held in 2 points. I have one bracket back here, and I'll try to get back there later, but there's a bracket right here, and then there's a bracket right here. I will put the links on the description for these brackets as well. And then it's just basically like rested on top of the door here with the rubber so it doesn't vibrate. And that's it. So super simple. This plywood here is super sturdy, so you don't have to worry about anything falling or stripping. So that is the construction for this, and I'm gonna get in the back just to show the brackets. So here's the bracket. Again, let's see if I can get in there. It's a 2-screw bracket. Very simple. There's 2 of them, 1 on each side, and then I put carpet over the whole thing. So unfortunately I can't show you the pocket holes, but that's it. 2 brackets, and then the door for the back. And I realized that I haven't showed the bracket of the other shelf, so I will do another quick clip to show the bracket on the other shelf that I talked about earlier. So I will be back. There it is. So those are the back brackets for the other shelf, and then I have 2 in the front that are extremely hard to film, so you can just be imaginative of what it's like. But I actually have done this also with my Revel, where I use the plastic, and I screw through the plastic, and it's plenty strong to do that. I use short screws. If there is wood behind, then I use longer screws. I might have used longer screws for this one because there is wood behind that one bracket. But I've done plenty of securing stuff on the actual plastic of my Revel. Never had any issues. Sometimes I use rivets if I want it to be stronger. And so the other bracket that would be, let's see if I can, maybe I can get to it. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Sorry for the dirt. I should have vacuumed in there before this video, but there is the other bracket, and oh, it looks like I did put rivets on this one. So, you know, we're not going to put super heavy stuff here, but it's, you know, it probably would be plenty strong even for heavier stuff. And that is the end of this video on overhead construction. All the other things that I built, I think are pretty straightforward. I don't think you need to know anything about the no-name deer. And then that one, obviously, very straightforward. You can figure that out. I did put, oh no, I did put a screw on that one. I thought I put a rivet on that one. And then I put screws for that one. Very simple. And if you like this video, like and then follow, because I will be talking about many more additions. My future addition will be this, which is, oh man, do we love this one here. This one like has opened up so much space. So I will be talking about this, and then I will be talking about these 2 very strange storage spaces back here that are extremely hard to access, and you need to get creative with these. So I'll show you guys how I did it. I did it in a way that was extremely light. Like I said in previous videos, light construction for me is key, because we're always maxed out with weight. So I went a little crazy here with lightness. I even put holes on the little bit of plywood that I used. So I will be talking about that in a future video, so stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later. What do you think? Was that a good video? Look, Triscuits, we like Triscuits. Obviously. And we finished all the unsalted mixed nuts, and we have no way of getting these in Baja. So let's show a little view of where we're camped. And there we are. There's nobody here. Everybody has left. And I'll talk on another video how we store our pots and pans, because it's pretty interesting. All right, see you guys next.